Today I want to review the Kuiu Stormstar two-person tent. It is a four-season tent. It is built out of ripstop nylon, has two vestibules in it. We have venting chambers on it as well. Nice deep bucket on the inside. This thing is built like no other tent I've seen before. I know you got the Heidelbergs and there's a lot of other tents out there too that are just as crazy built, but I tend to trust the Kuiu gear. I've invested in a lot of money into it, so why not trust it and go with this? So a couple features on this tent, it is a three-pole system, clip-on. It's got center clips on it too that'll bring actual structure of this together. The side pockets of this are double walls sewn in. It's nuts. The first time I put this thing up, I was just kind of mind blown by the quality of this. I do have a Nemo tent. I actually typically run that. It's a Nemo Hornet two-person, but a couple issues with that tent, with my gear and everything. And when it does rain, the heat, every little bit of everything, some stretching with the tent walls. I've got my bag wet before, and I run a down bag. That's no fun when that happens. And on top of it, I just needed some more room. So after going through that, I decided, why not go with the four season? I get one tent that I can do multiple conditions in. I've read interviews and comments with this tent already about guys who've taken this up in the mountains in France, and this thing's withstand 80-mile-an-hour winds on a mountain with it snowing. So me hearing that, that's awesome. The downside for me, we hunt in September. It can get really warm depending on where you're going. This tent, you're going to cook in there like a little bit of like an oven, and that's just because of it's a double wall tent. But with that being said, we have some ventilation on there. This thing also does two purposes. You can completely disconnect the body, the inside of this tent, and you can just have a floorless top with just what you're seeing right here with the gray and the orange. So you can take the entire guts out of this and use it as like a glassing tent or a quick pop-up tent. That would not only save on size, but weight as well. So you're kind of getting a 2-for-1 with this thing. Pretty sweet on that deal front. Does come with, I believe it's 12 stakes. You can see here, we have a small one and a big one, much larger one. I'm using the bigger ones to stake down the main portion of the body. And then as you can see, there's pulls, tie downs all over this tent. Once again, for the structure, I think that's what gives it its structure in these high winds and these conditions. You can really just tighten this thing completely down to the ground. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you guys inside. I want to show you some stuff that I really like about this, and there's also some things that I really wish they're just simple fixes that they would just do on a newer model of this version. Mainly it has a lot to do with having when you unzip your tent, having the walls be able to roll up and stay. They give you one fastener, and it's a little bit of a pain in the ass to wrangle with. But let's go inside this and let's check it out. All right, so here we are on the outside. This kind of gives you an idea. These are those pockets I was talking about. You can just see how crazy well these things are built. They have like a neoprene on the outside, all the stitching that happens in throughout this entire thing, clips. And then this whole thing too is also color coding. So you go green to green, you go orange to orange, which is a shorter pole, and it's got black tips on it. That's your main cross member. And then you have one other pole that's going to connect to blue. So they tab that out. What I do like also about this is they give you a little hook on here, and then you can see with this, you have tensioning straps. So I can tighten this thing down even more. And then once again, this is that clip system. You can start undoing these clips, and you can detach this entire body. As you can see, more clips. You can attach this entire body. So this inside here will detach from this outside, and then it gives you kind of a little pop-up scouting post. So if you're out hunting, you want to take this, some storms might potentially roll in. You have the ability of just bringing this top and then just sitting on the bare ground and having your probably main tent packed away somewhere else. Vestibule, here we have it on the side. This is one side open. One thing I think is cool that my other tent doesn't have, I haven't seen this before, is you have this tension strap that runs all the way underneath the body and actually connects on the opposite side. And it's just to give, once again, strength, equal strength throughout this, because you're locking down this side and you're locking down the opposite side. And once again, it's just another way to build structure on this intention to help this thing stay open. From the outside here, we do have the ventilation. You can see here, it's just a little Velcro piece that opens up, and then you can singly one-handed open that up, and then it vents from within. So you can, of course, you can see my hand up inside here. That allows air to pass through both sides, and there's 2 of these clips as far as it goes on the outside. These are the main clips. They just lock in. They hold the structure. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, and then, like I said, throughout here we have additional tie downs. Now with these, you're gonna stake out, but what you do with these, you wrap these around, you wrap this stuff around, and then you pull down, and then tie these back into the ground. Then you have another one on this back side, and they are all over. And then there's that second vent I was telling you guys about that's on here. Good thing about this tent too is that it's already seam sealed. You have seam seal on it. Some of these tents that you get, you have to go in and you have to manually seam seal it. I think it's nice that they do this automatically for you. One other thing too, if you really want to get this thing locked down, they do give you extra fasteners too, so you can add another cord down here if you want to. And of course, everything's got the little reflective markers on there, so you don't trip over your camp at night when it's pitch black, because that's no fun. Walking through, you know, we have Kuiu branding here on the side, famous ram. Over here on the side again. So just to give you a cool overview, it's a beautiful looking tent too. I like the high visibility colors of it. You can get this thing in, I think it's completely like gun steel color if you didn't want the high visibility orange, but it's nice to be able, especially at night when you're hiking around and trying to find your tent coming in. So let's go inside this thing. So first off, we have a screen, and then it has, of course, another zip-in screen. So when it's really cold, of course, you're going to have this zipped, and then you're going to have this zipped over top of there. Most likely you're going to have your vents open just to help with condensation from your body heat and being cold outside. But I heard one thing that this tent's amazing at is just the lack of condensation that's collected on the inside. Here's my gripe. This right here. So let's just undo this really fast. So this is your vestibule wall, right? This is what we're unzipping here. Once we unzip this, it's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt to do with one hand, but we roll this up, and as you roll it up, you have a tab loop here, and then you have this, which locks into this tab loop. What happens for the most part is more of your weight is carried up on this top side. So it locks up here, and then you kind of get this effect right here where it starts to fall down. Offer one here and one up top here. This would be really ideal, and this would take up, even if it's just like some similar type of like a Velcro piece on the back here, and then a Velcro piece on the front here, and that locks into place. This is something that they do need to work on. So as we get in, give you guys a little bit of a view here. So this tent is made to have 1 foot bigger than the other, one end bigger than the other. So the part here that I'm filming, this is where you would put both your heads at, and it's labeled on the outside to put that up. And then that's also side, like if you're sitting on a slope like this, you're going to put your head up here, of course, so everything runs down and you're not sliding everywhere. So this is this end, and then we come over here, and you can see it does taper down. Now what we do have here, we have storage in here, we have storage in here, this corner, 2 big storage pockets, along with this corner. Pretty sweet that you have all this storage in these pockets, and I typically will pack these just so I know stuff, especially up at night. It's pitch black and you're trying to reach for something like gloves or something you may need. You can put it, you know, get it where it's at. And the last thing is you have this up here. So we have a little storage bin in here. Now they give you this elastic string. You could hang some stuff with it. This little piece, I would use this for my headlamp to put inside here, so I just know where everything's at. It is kind of dumb that they make you buy this separate. It has these little switch hammerheads, locks on here that just feed through. And I think this thing's like 15 or 20 bucks extra. It may even be cheaper than that, but it's just dumb they don't include this, just to be cheap. I mean, you're already spending $500 on this tent. It'd be nice if they include those. These are the port zips that lead you out to letting some air in, like I talked about. Now, I'm in here right now. It's about 75 degrees, and it's warm in here. Like, it feels like a sauna. Now, I do only have one door open over here, and I have the other vestibule open over here, but I would probably have this door open to allow some more airflow. I did bring my pack in here. I mean, it's not loaded by any means, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of size, what you have in here. So this is the Kuiu Reckoning pack. I mean, typically it'd be fully loaded out here, but you know, I do have some area back here. I could put my boots out here if I wanted to. Now, if it's raining and stuff, I just like to keep my boots inside the tent. Wet boots are a big no-no. But you know, you put your pack out here. You can put your bow on here. You know, for one person, this is a good amount of room. Like, this is much more than my Nemo Hornet. It's not a lot more, but I can tell it's a big difference. You do have these nice big deep wells on the side here. So if you do have snow drifts or just, I mean, anything coming in, high winds, you got this nice bucket inside here, which is what I do like. Everything is pretty much a white and orange and kind of this steel gray color system throughout. It's nice and clean. What I will show you here is, let's undo this. So once again, it's that same system. So this is what I was talking about. You can see how this all hangs down here and then it gets tighter in here. I found the trick to do this the best is to roll it tight at the very, very bottom, trying to force a lot of that weight at that backside, and then it locks in decently. This is something for the most part that you can do with one hand here. I will give it a shot. So we got this down. So let's zip this up. So this is what you're gonna have closed, of course, for those really cold environments. And then if you, of course, you do want a little bit of warmer situation, you do have the mosquito screen inside here, so you can open that up. This gives you, like, this is actually a nice view here. This gives you a great idea of how deep those buckets are, as you can see, this bottom of this thing. So it comes up fairly high, and I do like that. Corners, of course, are all reinforced stitching throughout this entire thing. You can kind of see a nice grid pattern that's just for the reinforcement. All right, guys, so hopefully this review helped you out a little bit if you're looking at getting the Kuiu Storm 2-person tent. Subscribe to the channel, keep the comments in. I'll try to answer all of them for you guys. If I miss one, I am so sorry, but I will always scrub back and look at it. And I don't have any bourbon with me right now, so find something new that you haven't found before and let me know about it in the comments. Until then, guys, have a good time. See ya.